What's going on, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley, and welcome back to another weekly watch list video. In this series, I share with you the stocks that are at the top of my watch list going into Monday morning. So if you get any value out of this video, remember to click that like and subscribe button. Let's jump right in. Okay, so I had a pretty good week. I made a nice trade at the end of last week on Friday. I bought Tesla options. You can see right here, I bought Tesla options with a expiry date of April 16th and a strike price of $10.40, so $1,040. I paid $2.99 per contract for those options, and on Tuesday, Tesla's stock went up by 22%. There was a massive spike in the stock, and I was able to exit this trade at $4.55. You can see the entry and the exit right here. I made a nice easy 50% profit in like 2 days of trading, and if you want to see the video of me getting in and out of that trade, this is what the thumbnails look like. Definitely check out my channel. They are both on there, and it basically walks you through the entire exit of me selling that trade. So really nice. Now, the NASDAQ, this is the slide, the exact slide that I shared last week, and I said maybe we got some support right here around 13,000. I don't think we're in a market crash yet, and this is what the stock chart looks this week. You can see we took a little bit of a dip on Monday morning. It wasn't a great day, but Tuesday was fantastic. Wednesday was a red day, but we still moved higher, and then Thursday, Friday, we closed off the week very strong. We're above 13,300 points on the NASDAQ, and as you can see, so far it has been just a dip. It has not been a market crash, and when you look at the rest of the market, you look at the S&P 500, we set a record high on Thursday, and when you look at the Dow Jones, we set a record high on Friday. So 2 out of the 3 main indexes set record highs this week, and the NASDAQ is down by less than 8% from its all-time high. So anybody telling you we had a market crash is a little bit off base there. Now, when you look at Bitcoin, this is what's really exciting because this chart actually doesn't end on Friday. It goes through Saturday and Sunday. And today, as I make this video, Bitcoin crossed $61,124, setting an all-time high today, which means that Monday should be a green day for most of the Bitcoin companies, and I'm going to be doing pretty well, hopefully, because I currently own Hut 8, I own Hive, and I own Bitfarms. These 3 companies here are mining companies that you can buy into. These are the stocks, and then I'm also interested in these 5 companies down here. These are all Bitcoin or cryptocurrency companies that I'm interested in buying a small position in. I am bullish on cryptocurrency, so I do want to hold a couple of these stocks. These are the 3 that I'm in right now, and these are the 5 that I'm watching and considering taking a position in. If you're interested in the crypto space, definitely hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be talking about it a little bit more on this channel. Now, when we talk about COVID, this is really big because this is what basically gave us the market crash last year. And when you look at COVID, it's actually looking pretty good. The vaccines are rolling out pretty steady, and the moving average, the 7-day moving average, this blue line right here, is still moving in the downward direction. Things are looking good with regards to COVID. Now, Tesla, let's talk about this trade real quick. This is the stock that I shared last week when I said I am taking a position. This is the exact slide. I said stock is down 30% in 1 month. We went from 900 to 600 right here, 597 when I took this picture. I said the stock is oversold based on the RSI, and I said this will be one of the stocks that people buy back first. They'll see that it is sold off by 30%. If the market corrects in any way, this is going to be one of the stocks that people buy back first because they missed out on this run right here when it went from 400 or 500 all the way up to 900. People are going to want to get back into Tesla, and that is exactly what happened. Monday opened, we dropped a little bit, but Tuesday the stock went up by 22%. That's when I sold my options, and as you can see here, I sold the options because I wanted to exit the trade. It was very high risk. It had a short expiry date on it, so I got out of that, but I still think Tesla's a good buy. The reason I think it's a good buy at these levels is because it's dropped by like 20% still at this point. You got a crossover on the MACD, you got the RSI coming out of oversold. All of the technicals look good. I do think there's an opportunity here as long as the EV market starts to stabilize out. We've seen a lot of choppy action here in the last few weeks, especially the last 2 weeks. So definitely monitor the industry, but if the industry kind of steadies out, I do think Tesla is going to go up from this point on. The next company I want to talk about is Teladoc. This is the slide that I shared last week with you, and I said, holy cow, there's been a lot of pain in this stock because it fell from 308 all the way down to 189 when I took this photo. And this week, this is what the stock looks like. As you can see, we tested this 180 level exactly where I thought we were going to see some support right here. We tested it. We've had a nice little bounce up right now. It hasn't been a drastic mover since last week when I pointed this out, but the technicals have completely changed. We have established support. We're starting to see a reversal. We're seeing a crossover in the MACD. The RSI has just exited the oversold zone, and we're starting starting to look really good on this stock. I do like an entry point right here. I think there's room to run. I think there's clear support, and I do think it's a fantastic opportunity, especially now that support has been established and we're starting to see a little bit of a reversal. Things are looking good, but again, you're going to want to match this with the market conditions. The next company I want to talk about is Apple. I do like Apple. I have a position in Apple. I thought we were going to see a breakout of 140 here. We actually fell through. Now we've come all the way back down to 120 on this recent dip. I think there's some value in Apple. As you can see, the indicators are looking good. I think this is the best run company in the world right now. They have one of the healthiest balance sheets in the world right now, and I think the stock has support at 120. Now, the next company I want to point out to you is Shopify. I have talked about this company several times because this support line right here that has acted as support once, twice, and 3 times now in the last week here, acted as previous resistance about 5 times dating back about 8 or 9 months here. And so this 1100 mark is absolutely crucial to Shopify, and so far it acted as resistance like 4 or 5 times. It's now acted as support 3 times. If you can get into Shopify anywhere between like 1100 and 1160, I think you can put a stop loss at $1,000. You can mitigate your downside, and I think you've got all this upside up to 1500 with no problem at all. I think Shopify is a fantastic buy. I think it's got long-term support at 1100. I'm super bullish on Shopify, especially over the long term, because I think it's an absolutely fantastic business, and the way they make money is pretty much just printing it through transaction fees on the websites. It's absolutely fantastic. I think Shopify is a great opportunity right here around 1100 based on the technicals right now. Now, the next company I want to point out is Facebook. I was hoping that Facebook would drop to this kind of 240 range. I would like to have picked it up around 240 if it tested this support level again. However, it looks like we may see a breakout on Facebook. You can see we've established a trend line right here. It's tested the trend line once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and now we're kind of coming up on the 6th time right here. If we see a breakout through here, I think there's an opportunity for a short-term trade, a little bit of a run up here. It might be sort of a shorter-term trade. I do like Facebook over the long term, but I do think they face some regulatory issues. I like Facebook though, and the signals right now look pretty strong from a technical basis. Now, Square is another company that I pointed out a few weeks ago. I said it's dropping. It's a good company. There's value here, and they have an excellent business model. It bounced off 200. It's now at 240. If you had bought the dip, you could have made a nice easy 20% here. However, it does look like we have some support and resistance levels between 240, 200, and again at 280. The MACD looks pretty good right now. We're crossing over. RSI, the exact same thing. The chart looks pretty good from this point. It really depends on if the market continues to rally. I think these companies, Square, Facebook, are going to do extremely well depending on how the market opens next week. Now, if you want to do a better job of understanding how to read these charts, find your entry and exit points, and understand the market in whole, then you should definitely consider signing up for my Stock Market Fundamentals course. It walks you through step by step everything you need to know about how to find a strategy and an entry and exit that work for you. It's completely free when you sign up for a 2-week free trial on Skillshare, and there's 9 hours of content, which means if you can do the entire course in under 2 weeks, you get the entire thing for free. Cancel your subscription at any point. There's over 3,300 students that have already gone through the course. There's 180 reviews on there for you to take a read through. It's hosted on Skillshare, and I promise you it'll be the best free resource that you can find online. The link is in the description to this video. Now, the next company that I want to point out is Taat Lifestyle. This is a company that I'm pretty long-term bullish on. They make the Beyond Meat, but like cigarettes. It's made of hemp fibers and hemp plant instead of tobacco and nicotine, so it's absolutely much healthier for you. You're still smoking, so it's not great, but it's much healthier, and you should be able to quit using these basically hemp cigarettes. So I do think there's a massive opportunity here, and I think the product is selling extremely well, especially from what I can see. So as you can see, when we look at the chart, we've got some major resistance going back a couple of months at around this $4, $4.25 mark. We bounced off it once, we got rejected twice, we got rejected 3 times. We came back all the way down to $3. We ran up to $6. We came back down to this $4 level last week, and then on Thursday, Friday, we had a very, very strong close to the week. If we see a continued breakthrough of the trend line, breakthrough of the moving average, and a bounce off support here, that pretty much checks all my boxes for entering a trade. So I may be looking at entering Taat going into Monday or Tuesday. I like the chart, I like the technicals, I like the business, and as far as I can see, these types of products are selling out right now, so I'm a big fan of it. Next one is NIO. This is a car manufacturing company that I've been thinking about a lot lately. I do think they have some maybe technical support here around 40. but I'm just thinking long term, I like this company. The reason I like this company is because the Chinese government owns 25% of this company. Now, whether or not you get accurate financials is going to be up for debate, but what I do think is important here is that the Chinese government's very powerful. I think they will protect NEO, and I think that if you own NEO, the Chinese government is not going to let NEO fail because it represents them and it basically correlates to them. And so long term, I think NEO is going to be a success. And if you can buy the shares on this dip here, and as long as this kind of 40 level holds a support, I think it's a good long term investment. The technicals look good right now as well. Now, MCUR, this is a company that I profiled maybe a week or two ago on my YouTube channel here. I did a full profile on the company, and then I ended up buying warrants in the company. I do think there's a tremendous opportunity here, especially since the company has some major support around 50 cents, established back in November and December here, and then again in February and March. The stock hasn't really fallen below 50. If that falls, it's going to be a little bit of a concern, but my warrants don't expire for a couple of years. So I'm pretty long-term bullish on this stock and the industry, and if we start to see a breakout, I think there's a technical opportunity here to buy the stock or buy whatever security you prefer. Now, the nice thing about Questrade is that Questrade allows you to do whatever you want. If you want to buy the stocks, the options, or the warrants, you pretty much have that option as long as they're listed and available in the marketplace. You can do that with Questrade. I use that platform every single day for my day trading, swing trading, and long-term investing. And if you're interested in even just testing it out, there's a link down below that'll give you $50 in free trades, free commissions. So you can try out the platform completely free. You can make a couple of trades. They'll reimburse the commissions for you. And it's a great way to just test it out and see if it's a good fit for you. The link is down below in the description if you want to try it out. This is the one that I use every day. Now, the next one that I want to point out is Adobe, and just so I should say that the charts that you're looking at come from Questrade. So that's where I'm taking screenshots from. So you're already familiar with it anyway. But the next company I want to talk about is Adobe. This is an important stock here because I use Adobe every day. I think most creators use Adobe every day. I think it's the industry standard, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. And so the fact that they are on a monthly or yearly subscription where you just pay for their software and they just have to market it and make sure it's good, I think that business model is phenomenal. I think the stock is coming back down to some major support that we saw dating back to July and August. You can see it tested this 420 level twice back here. It rose to 536. It came back down, but this is a kind of steady Eddie software company that only grows over time. I think they're going to continue to grow in the future, and I like what they're doing. I think the stock shows a good opportunity here if we can break through the moving average, cross through the kind of trend line that's formed over the last month or two here. I think there's a great opportunity to get into Adobe at some good value right now and then ride it up through the highs. And you can see we've got a little bit of a channel right here, maybe to 500. So if you could get in at 440, maybe a little bit lower if it falls anymore. If it bounces off 420, you've got a nice easy ride up to 500 before you see any major resistance. Now, the last company I want to talk about is Real Luck Group. I do have a position in these guys. I think I got in at like $1.50 or $1.60. So I'm down a little bit on them. It's a small position for me, but I do like this company long term. And what they do is gaming betting. So as you know, there's major tournaments for League of Legends and FIFA and Call of Duty and Fortnite especially. So what this company allows you to do is bet on the winners. It's just like sports betting, but it's for esports. And they do allow you to bet on sports, regular sports, football, basketball. They have the major sports, but they're focused on esports. It's the same technology for both, which is nice, but they're focused and branded around esports, which is a massively growing market. And as of right now, it's bigger than most industries, which is absolutely amazing. So Real Luck Group, I think they're on a verge of something. And whether you get in at $1 or $1.10 or even $1.50, I don't think it matters, because over the long run, I think if this company can execute, they're going to do extremely well. Now, if you are interested in seeing my technical analysis on a little bit more common basis or throughout the week, or joining a community of traders where we all share our technical analysis, our research, our wins and our losses, so that everybody can make more money, then you should definitely consider signing up for my Discord chat. That is where I'm trying to build a community of traders to bring everybody together, and everybody can help everybody else answer questions, share their trades, share their analysis, share their due diligence, and we can build each other up. If you're interested in that, it's $5 per month. I share my entire weekly watch list. I share my technical analysis, and I share most of my trades. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. The link is in the description down below. And in summary, the stock market did not crash. The S&P and the Dow Jones set all-time highs over the last week. The NASDAQ is down by less than 8%, and Bitcoin just set an all-time high today. So the markets are doing pretty good. Great companies are also doing great still. What I mean by that is if you look at the Google stock right now, Google has not dropped by anything at all over the last month or two. I was praying that it would drop by 20 or 30% so I could buy in, and it didn't even budge at all. So I'm still looking for an opportunity to buy Google. Maybe I should just buy in now and hold it long term, but I'm waiting for a good opportunity. So when you see a good opportunity in Google, make sure you tag me. But I do think there's a lot of opportunities out there today. Hopefully I pointed some of them out to you in this video. And if you're interested in learning more about how I trade, any of my analysis, any of my free resources, definitely check out the links down below. And if you get any value out of this video, remember to click that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.